women's participation in society is vital, as we all agree, to ensure quality of life. From education to health, participation in local governance, to leadership in business, we have witnessed the potential for women and men to work alongside each other while respecting the ethics of Islam to build their communities.
Pluralism in that sense is not just tolerance, tolerating the other, and we were talking about the other. It's not just accepting that one lives in a diverse society, but it's having an active and profound understanding of the nature and culture of one's neighbors. So much so that one can then learn to appreciate the value that they bring to society, but also anticipate when a conflict situation may occur.
Happy International Women's Day to women everywhere. Today we celebrate women from our past, our present, and our future. For hundreds of years, women have worked very hard to ensure fairness and equity for women across the globe. We have a lot of work to do, but with this goal in mind and all the successes that we have reached so far, we will succeed. Growing up, I was surrounded by many inspiring women. My mother, my grandmothers, community leaders, teachers who shared their experiences, their challenges, and provided guidance on something that we could learn from. They ensured that we had the proper tools to succeed in the life that we thought was best. I want to make a special shout out to all the men out there who continue to support their mothers, their sisters, their wives in ensuring that they do live their best lives. Happy International Women's Day to everyone. I hope you enjoy your evening.
We often say we're a very diverse society in Canada. So diversity is a fact and inclusion is an act. So to me, what inspiring inclusion means, bringing people from different backgrounds, different walks of life, different voices around the table to bring their very, very unique perspectives to whatever it is that we are talking about. There is strength in doing that. You know, there's a saying that if you have 10 people around a table trying to make decisions and they all have the same opinions and point of views about what you're talking about, you have 9 people too many. So we need to bring in inspiring voices, different voices, people of different backgrounds, and that is how we become truly inclusive. Not just tokenism, but truly inclusive.
Growing up in Khorog, I've been extremely blessed to be surrounded by many extraordinary, strong female role models, such as my sisters, cousins, aunts, neighbors, and teachers. My mom, of course, was my main inspiration because she worked really hard to ensure all her children receive equal opportunities in life. She raised us all to value education and to live by the ethics of our faith, no matter how challenging life will be.
The woman who I admire most is Tazim Nasser from Etobicoke Jamaat Khana, aka my mom. She inspires me to this very day, and it's because of the way she parented us. She loved my brother and I unconditionally. It wasn't based on if we got top marks or if we went to Jamaat Khana every day. She loved our flaws, our imperfections, and when a child has that type of security, you feel like you can accomplish anything, even if you fail. And I think that's why I pursued a career in journalism, because I wasn't afraid of that. I knew she had my back, and I knew she had faith that I could accomplish anything.
I think the question is, why not? We have to celebrate women. We need to recognize that women are change makers in this world. We have persevered. We have pushed through barriers. We need to encourage women so that we can inspire the next generation. We can inspire our nieces, our daughters, our grandmothers. We can even inspire those who are a generation above us. So why do we encourage? We encourage so we can share the stories and inspire and continue to do so.
It's important to celebrate women for many reasons, but most of all, to set an example for all the young girls who need to see that a world of possibilities is open to them, and that it is realistic and achievable to succeed in a variety of roles. Yes, women have already broken a lot of barriers, but many still remain, and we need to keep working together to move beyond all of those.
Why not? Women are making a great difference to our communities, to our society. And remember, we make up 49.6% of the world's population. So why should we not celebrate women? We celebrate all great people, and we should celebrate women. And remember, when we celebrate women, we inspire others who are coming along the path to do great things, to be great human beings. So of course, like men, we should celebrate women all the time.
I think the important thing is to realize that there is a ripple effect. So if you're not advocating for others, how are we passing this forward? If you advocate for other women, I encourage you to do so, because there is that ripple effect. You encourage, hopefully then they encourage, and then they encourage. And in turn, this continues and it keeps going. And we remember to inspire each other. So why encourage? Because if you don't, how are we going to know these incredible stories? And how are we going to put them on a platform and highlight them?
I'm lucky enough to have been asked to speak at many Women's Day events over the years. And there's one thing that I always notice when I look out into the crowd. And to be honest, it's frustrating. It's that it's the same type of audience. It's always women. It's always like-minded women. And it feels sometimes like we're preaching to the choir. And so I'd love to see more men get involved, more male advocates out there. And I think it starts when kids are young. I'm making sure that my son knows as much as my daughter about the challenges women still face and the future that we want to see out there.
Believe in yourself. You have a lot to contribute. Dream big. Don't put limits on yourself. And finally, always try to extend a helping hand or a word of encouragement to other women carving out their own path. You don't know how much a minute or two of your time or a few words of wisdom might keep them going and help them turn aspiration into reality.
Do not let anyone tell you what to do, what to wear, what to say, or what to become in life. As long as your choices and aspirations are within the ethics of our faith, do what makes you happy and fulfilled.
Be your authentic self. Don't let anybody change you or put you in a mold or tell you that you cannot do this or the other because you are a woman. Never accept that, and remember that we all have journeys. Some of us have had challenging journeys, but never forget who helped you on your way up, and be compassionate and kind to others as you go along your journey.
Don't take no for an answer. There's always going to be people that are cynical, people that are trying to dissuade you, people who tell you, well, that sounds too lofty, you can't really do that, or maybe you should try something a little bit more simple. You can listen to those types of people and be discouraged and change your path, or you can use those people to fuel your fire, to encourage you to work even harder to achieve your actual goals. That's critical. And for all of the men out there across Canada, what I would say is it's time for all of us to be tremendous allies, to celebrate the women in our lives, to encourage the women in our lives, and to celebrate today on International Women's Day, as well as all year long.
Leadership qualities is not gender-driven. So actually, if you don't respect the fact that both genders have competences, outstanding capabilities, you are damaging your community by not appointing those people.